Hi there, this is Alison from Freddie Loves Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to make this heart or bobbly heart using the popcorn stitch. It uses half double crochet stitches, which is a half treble in the UK, and I will refer mainly to US stitches, but I will occasionally refer back to the UK ones for you to follow along too. Plus I will be using a chart at parts during this as well, so that you can follow along. So I'll show you how to do each row with the popcorn, how many stitches to put in, and then also how to add a border afterwards. Please do enjoy the tutorial, and if you do, give me a subscribe, a like and a comment. That would be great. Thanks. To start the popcorn heart square, you're going to need to chain 22 chains. Then, working from the second chain from the hook, you're going to place 1 half double crochet, which is a treble crochet in the UK, in each chain. So you start with 22, and because you go from the second chain from the hook, that will give you 21 stitches in total. And you want to chain 1 at the end, turn, and do a total of 3 rows of that chain, of that stitch. So you're going to have 3 rows of half double crochet before we start making the little popcorns. So once you've done that, this pattern is exactly the same whether you're left-handed or right-handed. You will just work in the opposite direction, but nothing has to change with the pattern. So chain 1 and turn. We're going to place a half double in each stitch along for 10 stitches. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We've got 21 stitches. We want to get a popcorn stitch right in the middle. So we have 10 stitches on one side, a popcorn stitch, 10 stitches on the other side. So to do our popcorn stitch, you are going to place 5 of the half double crochets all in the same stitch. Remember that a half double is a half treble in the UK. So I've done 3 there. You're going to put another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then this is the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to need to put the hook in to the very first one that you made. Now, if you're not sure where that one is, the best thing to do is to count back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take your hook out of this loop, put it into the first one that you made, which was count back 5, and then pick up that loop that you took your hook out of. And what we're going to do is just pull that through. And it pinches the 2 ends of the work together to give you this popped out popcorn stitch. So that we've got 10 stitches on one side, we've got 1 popcorn stitch, and then we're going to do another 10 on the other side. I'm going to put up periodically through this video, I'm going to put up a chart to show you the sort of pattern, the order of where we put the popcorn stitches. Every other row is, so that every other row after one where you've done a popcorn stitch is just a plain row of half double crochets with no popcorns on it. So you do the popcorn every other row, and the chart is basically it just shows you, each red square on the chart shows you where you put your popcorn stitch, and all the other white squares are where you do a regular half stitch. So I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to go back doing just half doubles, making sure I've still got 21. Often it can be tricky to work into the back of the popcorn. You'll see that that one is a stitch there, and that little one there is also a stitch. That little one sometimes gets missed and forgotten about, but do count as you're learning where to put your hook. Make sure you count as you go back. So I'm going to rejoin you once I'm ready to start the next row of popcorn stitches, which will be row 6. So I've done my row 5 and now I'm ready to do some more popcorns for row 6. So I'm going to place 1 half double crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then my next stitch, we're going to have 1 here and 1 here of popcorn stitches. So my next stitch is going to be a popcorn. And if you remember, you place 5 half double crochets all in the same stitch. 4 and 5. You take your hook out of the loop, count back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Put your hook in to the 5th one. Pick up the loop, pull it tight and just pull it through to pinch the 2 sides of those stitches together to make it pop out like that. Then you're going to place a double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then a popcorn stitch in the next one. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hook out, count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hook into that 5th one. Pick up your loop and pull it through. And then there should be 8 stitches left the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so you should have had 8 stitches, a popcorn stitch, 3 stitches, a popcorn stitch and another 8 so that it sits centrally. Always checking that you do have the right amount, and 21 stitches in total. So your next row is going to just be a plain one. And then from there on in, it's fairly simple. You are following the pattern of the heart. So in terms of it gets wider here, and then we have that kind of arched over look there. So I'm going to just go and do the next row of double crochet. So that would be row 7 half double crochets, and then I'll meet you back for row 8 for the next lot of popcorns. Okay, here we are for row 8. We're going to place a half double in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now it's time for our next popcorn. So it's 5 half doubles in 1, 2, 3. Let's have some more yarn. 4 and 5. Hook out, count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hook into that 5th one, and then pull through. And then we're going to do, now we need to do 7 stitches in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We should hopefully still be symmetrical in the middle there. So now in the 7th, another popcorn. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Hook out, count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we should have 6 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, and again, another plain row, and I will meet you back for row 10. Okay, so for row 10, we're adding another couple of popcorn stitches. So we're going to do 4, 1, half doubles, 2, 3 and 4. Then a popcorn stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hook out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hook in and pick up the loop. Hopefully you're getting used to these now, and pull through. And then we're going to do 11 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got another popcorn stitch there after our 11. So we've got 4 popcorn stitch, 11, a popcorn stitch, and then we should have 4 left to finish the row. Okay, so again at the end of this row I will pause it there so that you can, or you pause it there, and then I'll be back for row 12. Only 2 more rows left of popcorn stitches now. So for this next row we're going to add an extra popcorn stitch in the middle here. So you're going to start with 4 halves again, 4 half doubles, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're putting our next popcorn stitch on top of where we did the last one here. So popcorn in the 5th stitch along. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Make a popcorn there. And then we do 5 half doubles, and then we're going to put another popcorn in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. So this is like where the sort of the heart dips in the middle. And so we've got another popcorn here, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of 5s on this row, isn't there? And then, oh, okay, then another 5 the other side of it to make it symmetrical. Another 5 half doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then I'm going to do my last popcorn of the row on here. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Forgot about that last one then. Back into that first one that I did, and I should have 4 stitches left to finish off the row. So there is 1 more row left of popcorn stitches. So I'm going to meet you back again for the last row of popcorn stitches, which is row 14. So just realised that I haven't been mentioning again that you need to do, you should be chaining 1 at the end before you turn there. Hopefully you've realised that. So the last row is where we're just going to finish off. I'm going to put 2 popcorn stitches here and 2 popcorn stitches here just to finish off this heart. So we start off with 6 half double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, and then we place a popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so there's a popcorn. Then we just do 1 regular half double in the next stitch, and then the next one again is a popcorn. Hopefully that the chart that I've got on here as well will help you with this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. And then hook it in. That's it. Then in between, so we've done the 2 for that side, we're going to do another 2 here. In between them are 3 regular half doubles. 1, 2 and 3, and then we do exactly the same again. So we do a popcorn. I'm going to run out of yarn, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, so a popcorn there, and then 1 regular stitch next to it, and then 1 more popcorn stitch again. This is the last popcorn stitch of the square. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Go back to that first one, and there we go, and you should have 6 stitches left to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, there we go. So to finish it off, we started with 3 rows before the heart, so we're going to you'd finish with 3 rows, and then after that I'm going to show you how to put a border on it, like a single crochet border, which would make it a lot easier when you're joining your squares together. So do another 3 rows and then meet me back and I'll show you how to do that border. So there you've got the square complete. If you would like to put a border on it, this is how you would do it with I use the single crochet stitch, which is the double crochet in the UK. To start off with, put a slip knot on your hook if you are changing colour. You don't have to break the yarn and fasten off if you're not changing colour. You can just carry on from where you stopped. So I am going to just go to this corner here. And to make it even, so I'm going to start from here and I'm going to go down that edge there. To make it even, the going across the top here, so where it's actual stitches and along the bottom, is pretty simple. So I'm just going to show you down how to work out how to put your stitches in these raw edges. Zoom in a bit again. So what I've got is a stitch marker, and I find this helpful because I want to put 20 stitches down the edge. Now there's no right or wrong of how many you want to do, but that's how many I want to do. So I'm just going to get somewhere about halfway, so I'll fold it in half, get a stitch marker and just put it in halfway. So I know that by the time I get to there, I want to have done 10 stitches. It's helpful rather than getting down here and figuring that you've still got another 5 to sort of squeeze in. So I want to get to here and have 10 stitches. So I've put a slip knot on my hook. I'm going to insert my hook into the very corner, just there. 1 second. Okay. And then if you have a slip knot on your hook to start with, you can just begin to crochet. You don't need to do a chain or anything. You can yarn over, pull through. You've got 2 loops on your hook and you can pull through both. So I've got 1. And you're kind of just finding a place to put your hook, not too far down, just on the edge, but not just picking up a single loop either. There's no right or wrong really here of where you put your hook in. It's just kind of what feels best for you. And you think, right, I've done 3 and I've got, get to 10 by there. So you may need to spread them out a little bit. So that was 3, that's 4, that's 5, and again I'm not going right at the top there, I'm going a little bit further down. That's 6, that's 7, spread it out a little bit more. I've only got 3 to go before the stitch marker. We'll get it in. 7, that's 8, that's 9, and then we've got 10 there. So it might be that I wanted to spread them out a little bit more, but I'm happy with where mine are sitting there. Then when you get to your corners, you need to be doing a chain 1. So you'd come to the end, you do another 10 down here, and when you do there you chain 1, and then that means you can just go around there. Now you can chain more than 1 if you want. I personally am happy with a chain 1. Depends on how prominent you want your corner to be. For me, these borders just make things easier to join together as a square. So I'm going to do another 10 down here now to get to 20. So we've got another 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So I've got 20 stitches all the way down my edge there. And then in this last one, just before we turn, we're going to just chain 1, which would then allow you to turn and carry on along that chain edge there. So you're just working into those chains that you originally had. Now obviously for this one you've got 21 stitches along the bottom, so it's going to be slightly different. If you wanted to change it to 20, you can always kind of just skip over one of them just to make 20 instead, so that your sides are all 20 for joining. But that depends, it's personal preference. There's no right or wrong there. So when you'd get to the end there, go back up the edge and do exactly the same as what you've done on this side. And that is how you put a border on the popcorn heart square. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Please do subscribe, give me a like and a comment as well. That would be really great. And I'll see you again soon for another crochet pattern. Take care now.